All right, viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in again to another one here on the Coaches Desk. We appreciate you being here. And I tell you, what a day at the Atlantic City game. Yeah, man, the Adidas game, Here things go on. Athletes were there performing. And, Jamaicans didn't do so well, except in the field again, because the only victory that we had today at this meet would have been the long jump. Kerry McLeod, big jump for him. The wind was a positive 1.6 meters per second. He did a jump of 8.33, and last year he did like 7.9. Mattia Furlani, he was 8.28. However, Furlani was a winner last year, but it was good to see um McLeod came out on top there in this one. Emmanuel Archibald, he did a national record, 8.22. He's not a Jamaican. They list him as a Jamaican there, but he's not a Jamaican. It's a massive personal best for him. He trains in Jamaica, however. And Nikolai Williams, 8.13, a PB for him. So big victory there for the man Kerry McLeod. He continues to do his thing. The season is coming up. And Tia Jones was the fastest going into the finals. The finals of the women's 100-meter hurdles. Kenny Harrison looked good as well. No Jamaicans actually made it to the finals. Akira Nugent only was able to manage 12.60. Megan Tapper 12.66 and Demisha Roswell 12.81, and they went in that order. In the finals, um, let me see. All right, so I will tell you about the finals in a little bit in that one. So the men's 100-meter, of course, Akani Simbine, he looks very good, continues to lead the way. I'll tell you about him in that 100-meter final. But the men's 200 meters final saw Zarnell Hughes of Great Britain taking that one in a nippy 19.55. Of course, the wind reading was positive 2.2 meters per second. He was trailed by Jereme Richards, 19.63. Wade Van Nieker, the 400 meters record holder, 20.03. Brian Lavelle, 20.06. Demish Gay only was able to manage 20.54. Devon Powell, 20.69. Sean Bailey, 21.37. And those were the persons that competed in the men's 200 meters. And it's not a bad look, not a bad look for the top runners, especially as Arnell Hughes, even though it was over the allowed wind reading. Lena Irby Jackson, she won the 200 meters, wind reading positive 1.7 meters per second. She did that time of 22.22. That's the personal best. Tamara Clark, 22.71. Talitha Diggs, 22.79. And that was your top three, and all Americans there in that top three. For the men's 200-meter hurdles elite, Alison Dos Santos, he clocked 21.85 to take win. The wind reading was positive 1.5 meters per second, ahead of Caleb Bean of the United States, 22.30. Sean Burrell, USA, 23 seconds flat. Kendrick Joshua, 23.15. That's another United States athlete. And to complete the field, Thomas Fitzgerald of the United States, 24.10. So big win there for Alison Dos Santos. He was the only one who went sub 22. And of course, you know that Alison Dos Santos is in very good nick so far this season. And in the women's 150 meters, Favor Ophelia of Nigeria clocked a new massive PB personal record, and the world best, 15.85 in the women's 200 meters. That would be 2.0 meters per second, positive 2.0 meters per second. That was right in the eyes. Right, Tamari Davis, 16.14. That's a personal best. Ashanti Moore, 16.50. We understand that that is a national record. Kennedy Blackman, 16.68. Kennedy Simon, 16.92. But I'm not sure if these times would have been, ratified by the World Athletics based on how the setup was, where the athletes are concerned. Akani Simbine continued his dominant form for the 2025 season, even though he clocked a windy 9.86 seconds to blow away the field. The wind reading 22.3 meters per second, and that's why I said windy. So big run there from Akani Simbine. Odudi, he was second, 10.05. DeAndre Daly, 10.12. Jalen Slade, 10.13. Adrian Goldsmith, he did not finish because of a false start, so he was not in that final setup. On the early section, Kenny Harrison clocked a 12.3. It was a windy one ahead of Tia Jones, 12.36. Great start, 12.36. Nadine Visor, 12.68. And Megan Tapper, 12.93. And the wind reading was just over the allowable, which is 2.1 meters per second in that one. On the men's side, Trey Cunningham took the big win, 13.16. Wind reading 0.3 meters per second. That's a very good one. Freddie Curtin then was second, 13.3. Orlando Bennett, 13.5. Robert Dunning, 14.17. I don't know what is that. Michael Dixon, he did not start in that one. So congrats to Trey Cunningham on the fabulous run from him in that 110-meter hurdles. On the women's 100-meter section, Cambria Sturgis, she took that one in a season best of 10.98 seconds ahead of Mackenzie Long, 10.98. That was a very close one at the line. Celera Barnes, 11.01, a season best for her. Gina Lockenkemper, 11.07. Audrey Ludick from Canada, 11.09. So it's a very good race. It was wind reading positive 1.2 meters per second in that one. And to close off the show for the 150 meters in the elite men, Ferdinand, yeah, man, negative 1.1 meters per second in the 150. Ferdinand, how many other won that one, 14.70, Yeah, man. Terence Jones was 14.93, Matthew Bolden 15.15, and uh Shekna Chore did not finish, and Alexander Oganda was a false start in that one. All in all, it was a good meet. I mean, I hope that Oblique Civil pays attention. Um, it is yet to ascertain if it was like a pull up or he misjudged that race. To me, it seems as if he misjudged the race again, slowing down, not to push the accelerator too much, and it cost him a run in the final. I mean, probably that would have been, some sort of blessings in disguise for him, because he has uh the Grand Slam coming up and such the like. So he has been running a lot, and this is not a normal season for the man. Oblique Civilly normally does not run so often for the year. He's normally at this meet though, but something went wrong in that race, and he did not qualify. But it is what it is. I think it was a good showing. I mean, Sturgis and Simbine would have stolen the show along with Zarnel Hughes and Kerry McLeod. A big jump that. So I have to talk about that. You see me I say? So all in all, more meets to come. Bring it on as the athletes round off nicely into the season ahead. Still a good way to go. Let's see how these athletes maneuver their season. What say you though? Until next time, stay safe. Peace.